Okay, what is up, everybody? Uh, got another game here, the Stanley Parable, ultra-deluxe, and it says it's supposed to be an adventure game, but let me be honest, all I see at the starting screen is computer, and I swear if I'm in the office, I'm breaking the computer. Okay, let's uh, let's just get into it. This is never okay.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Fuck you, Stanley.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
Stanley sound
Employee
like
number
a
427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard.
Stanley sound
Orders
like
came to
a
him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And
that
although
sounds like
others might have
torture.
considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job.
Stanley sound like a
And
bitch.
Stanley was happy.
Stanley is a bitch.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley.
Did
Something
he
he would never quite forget.
did he turn
He had
black?
been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi.
Bro,
Never in
Stanley
all his years at
sounds
the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
so Stanley sounds like a yes man. He sounds like I don't know. 427. This is your workspace. Take this into account. This is your workspace. Not one flower, not one hang in there poster. Nothing.
All of his co-workers were gone.
What the
What could it
no.
mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Hold on. First,
No
see,
matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
so we're going to ignore that this is the only computer. Wait, no, maybe not the only one. Hold on, let me see. This one in here. Yeah, except my computer. This is the only computer that's on out here. Hello? Hello? See, 425 was doing something, bro. 425 actually left his job. He went back home to his family. Everybody probably went back home to their family. Nobody disappeared, Stanley. You've been made a yes man, and you're the downfall man. Also, this too. Fuck that. If this is where they were making, what does that say? Hold on, what does that say? Sales. If this was y'all meeting room, they weren't doing nothing. They were drawing on the whiteboard, and they were sitting in a fucking circle. Like who the was in that
When
meeting
Stanley
room?
came to a set
Whoa,
of two open
no,
doors, he entered the door on his left.
my left. Why would I go to both doors? Why would I go to the left, sir? What's in there? No, he told me to go to the left. He told me to go to the left. I'm going to the right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
I want me a donut. Bro, what were they doing in here? How many rooms are there?
Yes,
What the
truly
fuck?
a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room.
Want me a
Stanley
cold
simply stood
drink.
here, drinking it all in.
I want the drink, actually. Goddamn, what the number one dad. I love mom.
Yes, really, really worth it being here. But eager to get
Bro,
back to
shut up.
business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Bro, why is there an open door all the way down here, though? Oh, nah. No, no.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Okay, first of all, you can't say that I'm bad at my job. You try to make me go down a hallway and look like I'm about to die on section 8. Heck nah. Where am I anyway? This is a hazard. One ass trip right here, it's over. Do not jump from the cargo lift while it is in motion, will cause a death. Penalty for jumping. So if I die, y'all gonna make me pay 5,000?
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
I don't know
your
you.
enemy, really, I'm not. I
Who are
realize
you?
that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
Who are
There's
you?
someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about.
My wife?
Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Oh, Stanley.
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Stanley, you've been neglecting your wife. What about the kids, though? Baby, you here? No. Hey, open that door back up, bro. Oh my God. Nigga, that's the room to the null void. Oh, baby, you in there? Are you black too? Darker than the motherfucker in there. Baby, if you in there, say hey. Hey. Alright. Oh my God.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her.
Okay. Baby, you here? I know I've been a little bit passive aggressive lately. Where the hell?
Stanley, is that you?
Baby?
Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I just
Ooh.
pulled the bread out of the oven.
Bread?
All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Bro,
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife?
Yes.
Who want to commit their life to you?
Yes.
I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley.
Oh, you a
I'm trying to
bitch.
get you to see something.
You a
Come
bitch,
inside.
bro.
Let me show you what's really going on here.
Bro, no, fuck that. You a bitch, bro. I'm leaving.
Sorry, but you're in my story now.
Okay, sir. I'm sorry.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Oh, please, bro. Please. Press.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and
Okay.
every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Yes, sir. Can I have something in the fridge, please? I'm thirsty. It seems all in my all my office was just a cup of coffee, not even a piece of a fucking bagel.
Look
Yes,
at
sir.
him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do.
Man, fuck
Now
you.
he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work.
What do you
One might
want
even
from
feel
me
sorry for
at
him,
work?
except that he's chosen this life.
Whoa! Wasn't that just a couch?
But in his mind, in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind
Yeah.
his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. and each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Fuck you, voice. I will fight Goku someday. Ooh, watch TV.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped
That
up
was
from his
not
desk
there.
to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth.
I know you
The
had something to do
thought
with it.
excited him terribly.
Yeah, you know
So
it.
he went further. He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either.
Wait,
At
what?
last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Damn right.
As he wandered through
Whoa.
this fantasy world, he began to fill
I
it
knew
with
it.
more
It's
possible
changing.
paths
No.
and
Hey,
destinations.
I'm sorry,
Down
bro.
one path lay
Please.
an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
You just said I don't have a wife or kids. And why do you have this mannequin in here with me? I'm telling you, bro. My imagination goes wild.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
You're a bitch.
But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one.
Okay, first of all, bro, I will fight Goku. I will beat the Black Mamba himself. I will be able to beat Mike Tyson. And I will, my biggest dream of them all, to find the One Piece.
And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me.
I'm eating, yeah, I'm eating.
Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it. You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Whoa, bro, I'm sorry. I'm questioning. I thought that. So you just gonna keep me in here, bro?
I
Or
suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
what happened? What happened? What happened? Huh? Huh? I'm scared. I'm scared, bro.
All of his co-workers were gone.
What the
could it mean?
fuck,
Stanley
bro?
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yes, sir. Bro, what that shit got my heart pumping, bro.
When Stanley came to a set
Yes,
of
sir.
two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Uh-huh, yes, sir. Not going to no other one, sir. Even no, man, fuck you, bro. You thought you made me think I had a wife. Hello? Anybody in here? Tip.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Do not alter without consulting whiteboard manager. Rip Franz? What Franz do? What's today? It could be the office party today. They might have all left. Okay. Number for slides on this number for slides on the slide. Slides, charts and slide. Okay. Stanley.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Oh no, I was going red down there. Y'all think I should go down there? I'm scared, bro. What y'all think's inside there? What y'all think's inside of there, bro? Hello? What is that? Can I crouch? Hi, Lenny. I'm not about to read all that, bro. I don't even know how to read. What that even says.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He
You damn
considered
right.
the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley.
Yeah.
Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley
Whoa.
pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
That is
Why did
true.
doors close automatically behind him wherever he went?
Also
And for
true.
that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar.
They
Were
already
simply
do.
repeating?
Yes, they are.
No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real.
Next thing you
And
know.
at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled.
Has to
This
be.
is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
What?
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner.
Uh-huh.
Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
I'm scared of
Now
the voice in my
was
head.
describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange.
So
I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself?
Hey.
Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back.
Stanley, you could have
The
did so
fresh
much
air of a
more
world outside this
in
one.
that lucid dream instead of making
Let
yourself
me
float
wake
for
up,
5
he
seconds.
thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons.
Bro, how much you get paid
Please,
to be pushing
it's
them
all I
buttons if you
want.
want to go back so
I
bad?
want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine.
I doubt that.
I am okay.
I don't want to. Nope. Man.
Stanley began screaming.
Why?
Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice?
Oh,
Who am
no.
I? Who
No,
am
no,
I?
no, 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 no,
And
no.
everything went black.
What? Nigga, huh?
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Bro, what the fuck?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man
Is that
who had
Stanley?
stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and
Stanley.
then collapsed dead on the sidewalk.
What?
And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal.
Crazy.
I am sane.
What?
I am in control of my mind.
There is an
I
imaginary
know what is
voice
real
talking to us.
and what isn't. It was comforting to think this.
Bro,
and in a
that's
certain way,
Stanley,
seeing
bro.
this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important
So you saw a
people
crazy
whose
man
impressions of her would affect her
screaming
career,
and running
by
through the
extension,
sidewalk
the
and
rest of her
died,
life.
and all you think
She
is
had
that
no
you're
time for
lucky to
this,
be normal?
So it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body.
This bitch crazy.
And then she turned and ran.
Did she not call the ambulance? Bro, what the fuck? This nigga wild.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided
Stanley.
to go to the
Okay,
meeting room.
yeah,
Perhaps he
yeah,
had simply
yeah.
missed a memo.
Hey, one of these doors about to open, bro.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Yes, it will. Watch this. Okay, that happened. Oh, wait, the input. Input received. Okay. I'm going back. Because 427 just leads to my office. None of these doors want to open. Hey, I open the closed doors. Well, all these doors are just closed.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Uh-huh. What's that one? I want that one. Meeting room, yep.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay, got it. I was my boss. I was like, oh, it locked. Boss. Nope. The fucking ugly ass koala. Elevator. Elevator. Oh yeah, now I can do that. What about his computer? What he got on here? Okay, nothing. Executive bathroom. Oh. To be rich, is it a crime to commit crimes? Isn't it rich? What life it would be? You have to just pick one. This thing got extreme bathroom magazines. Stop closing behind me, bro. Boss, you here?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him?
Stanley, you
What he
done
could
missed
not
the
have
rapture,
known
bro.
was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845.
845.
But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Thanks, bro.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs.
Where is it?
Trying to input anything on the device was useless,
Oh.
since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
845. Thank you,
Incredibly,
voice.
by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Bro, what's my boss doing? Creating, holding a kaiju, bro? Do I have like a camera or something, or? This nigga holding Godzilla at the bottom. Oh my god.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job.
I'm my own
Why did
man.
he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
That a clicker, bro? Okay. Just gotta keep.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I'm going down the mind control facility first. I'll call y'all. Do 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 do.
The lights rose on an enormous
Yeah.
room packed with television screens. What
Yeah.
horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Yes, the fuck I do. What has my boss been doing to my wife? Lorraine. Mia.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed.
Whoa.
Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Oh, one of them got fired. Crazy. Hey, I already know, bro. Already got killed, bro. He already dead. Where's mine at again? Which one was I? 472. Where mine at? Where mine at? 47. No, I think mine's like up there somewhere. Crazy. Whoa! Why is one of them's an escalator? What's this?
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Yup. See, this is why you never trust these corporations. They be...
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible?
Yes.
Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
I don't know how you about to change that.
Would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Whoever was in here doing this was their best job. They said, we can control somebody. Okay, boss. That's 5. What the fuck is 5, bro? Mind inputs idly awaiting input. Okay. This gives me the vibe of when
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
This gives me the vibes of when Mr. Incredible snuck into Syndrome's fucking laboratory looking at the heroes. System power off. I want to turn the system power back on. It's too dark for all that.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won.
Yeah!
He had defeated the machine. Unshackled himself from someone else's command.
I don't know about all that.
Was mere moments away.
And guess what?
And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved.
That's too bad. We leaving.
His co-workers gone?
Fuck them co-workers.
How had he been freed from the machine's grasp?
Fuck the machine.
What other mysteries did this strange building hold?
Where
but
is
as
outside?
Sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him.
Is that a
For
tree?
it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his.
So we're going.
That was all he needed to know.
So we're going to just.
Was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
So we're going to ignore how I was just kidnapped.
Stanley
how everybody's
felt the cool
kidnapped.
breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation. The immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen.
Yeah.
And Stanley was happy.
Oh my God. I can feel the light. Let's go to a strip club, Stanley. Even though I'm only 18. But let's go. Why the fuck am I back here? I wonder. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, so now this time on this, it just put us all the way. It just put me back here. This time for this walkthrough, we're gonna go
came to a set of two
to the left
doors.
again.
He entered the door on his left.
We're gonna go all the way up to the boss's room. When we go up there, we're gonna go through the elevator and we're gonna go down the hall that says escape.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
But as we can see, if we do escape, it's not gonna really be an escape. It's just gonna, of course, be a trap. I'm just noticing that this thing has a gun. Business strategy. Hey, Dio, yeah, twin. Let me go up. I'm going up. Hold on. Copy. Da-da. Break her back and then I go all the way into the road while you're looking at me slowly. You know me, but baby, let me show you. 'Cause I wanna be with you every day, and I wanna let you love on me, and I want to be with you, oh baby. Come with me, yeah. Ooh, hey, let's get it. Okay, Maria, Maria, Maria. Doom, 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 doom. Okay, okay, yeah. While you going on the way to all the back into, like I'm on, come on, Avenue, come on, you know it is me and you. Okay. Bro, when you gonna get me up there, bro? Bro, come on. I'm in that motherfucker.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk,
Yeah, got
pulling
you.
books off the shelf, looking
Got you.
behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an
Fuck.
extra secret PIN number.
28. Yeah,
2845.
28.
But of course, Stanley
Man,
couldn't.
thank
Yet
you.
incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm just looking at something real quick. I'll be right back. I'm about to go get me a bottle of water. And I'm back. Okay. Bottle of water. Now let's go down this
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door
escape
that read Mind
door.
Control Facility.
Yep.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
What do you mean I'll meet my violent death? I'm still doing it.
The door behind him was not shut.
It ain't.
Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Why it's all dark back that way? It made me think there's a fucking skinwalker waiting for me, bro.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and
Yup.
willingly confront his death.
Uh-huh. This my death, bro?
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Farewell. I'm never dying. Ah! What happened?
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator.
Who
as
is
Stanley
this?
was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
This nigga got a wife? What the fuck? Whoa. Does bro got a wife? What's this down here?
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Exactly, he a bitch, for real. What's this?
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Is this showing the credits? My computer has a monument, bro. Nature paintings. The office. I'm dead? But you dropped me, Miss Narrator, the 2 doors. Once this room was created, the rest of the game emerged in an extension of it. The exploration. Oh. What are these buttons for? Okay. Oh wait, I need the employee database. What's over here? Is all this just everything that was around the game? From Dink Gunt, subject gay. Are you gay? Bro, get this nigga out of here, bro. Let me say something. Hey, Dink from Art. Dear narrator, will the Stanley Parable have infinite quests, have many endings? Several is really going to let me go shopping. I hope it will have a fine selection of dessert boots. What? JRP, how do you make the words again? Where is it? Okay. So the office. So this is. I haven't got that ending yet, so we'll see how. I'll see how to get that in a minute. So this is just an entire museum of it. Was my life a game to you? Oh, I'm about to go down there. I'm turning that switch off. What is that? Okay.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
You damn right.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another?
Baby,
No.
how you sounding? I
Perhaps
need
not.
you.
Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can
Huh?
stop the program before they both fail.
How?
Turn off your PlayStation. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let...
I died. I chose death. Now I'm back in my office. Now I'm just back in my office. I want to say that scared the fuck out of me when it said turn off your PlayStation. What the fuck? What the fuck?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Narrator, I love you, bro, because it seems like me and you can't live without each other. But on the other
When Stanley came
hand,
to
I
a set
won't
of
need you
two
to
open doors, this was not the
shut
correct
up.
way to the meeting room, and
I
Stanley
don't
knew it
care.
perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow. Yes.
Fuck this room.
What
Wait.
a beautiful room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Nah. I'm gonna see something
Stanley
real
was so
quick.
bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
So we came. Shut up. We came here. We were on here, but it says if we fall. So what happens if we?
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
I know I am, bro. I know I am. Whoa! Why are there more papers on the ground now?
The meeting room. Yes, that's where everyone would be. Stanley just needed to get to the meeting room, and from then on, he would never be alone ever again.
Yeah, but I already know it's gonna be in the meeting room, so.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah, sure.
The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Hey, bro, fuck you. Where's the girl who was just here, bro?
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
I already know what I'm about to do. I'm about to get on here. I'm about to jump off right
Stanley,
here.
I think
We're about to
perhaps
see
we've
what's
gotten
going.
off on the
We're about
wrong
to see what's in
foot
there.
here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
Yep.
There's
Just give me.
someone you've been neglecting, Stanley.
You know
Someone...
that?
What? Really?
Yep.
I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Okay. I'll give you a chance.
Now listen carefully, this is important.
What?
Stanley walked through the red door.
Stanley walked. Stanley did not walk through the red door. I'm pretty sure Stanley walked through the blue door. Oh, the red door. Blue door.
Aha! Perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through
Whoa.
the red door.
Whoa. 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 Hey, yo. Bro, did you just teleport me back here? This man really just walked me back here. He teleported me back. Alright, that's how you want to do it? Why? And he got the lights buzzing, bro.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
Uh-huh. This nigga, bro. You wanna know what I keep forgetting? Bro, why the Oh wait, do I have subtitles? I don't know if I do or not, but blue door.
All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
Okay, bro. I fucked with you though. What's over here though? A jump scare? Cause this shit creepy as hell.
You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place.
Crazy.
Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was
Yeah.
it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you?
Yeah.
Do not think I put a lot of time into that, because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing, because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better?
Yeah.
What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees?
The skill
Work with
trees
me.
would have been
You've given me
cool.
absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what, let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback.
Okay.
There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Hold on. He gave so he gave a third option, bro. Okay, thanks, bro. What's in here?
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
I'll give it a, cause you took so much out of your time just for me. I'll give it a 5.
Aha! You see, I knew I was onto something. Where do these flashes of inspiration come from?
For
How did
real.
I know the game needed a third door?
Exactly.
Well, it's instinct mostly, a calling in your gut. I really couldn't
Yeah.
say where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul.
Stop fucking lying.
You can't teach that, Stanley. Don't even try. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version.
Okay.
And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Oh, you gave me a leaderboard? Good old Neil. Bro, Neil is a tryhard, bro. I want to see where I'm at on this leaderboard. Stanley 427. What? That's bull.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I
Yeah.
nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up. In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger.
Whoa!
You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very
I got you.
meaningful
I got you.
game,
Got you.
all about
Got
the
you. Got you.
desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life.
Wait,
I
who?
think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective?
I
Be
got you,
sure to
sir.
keep notes on your experience.
You know something?
You heartless bastard.
That
Did
makes
you
fucking
do it because you
annoying.
hate babies or purely to spite me?
I'm doing it because
If
that's
it's the
not
latter,
my
well, I don't know what
kid,
to
bro. You
do.
wanna know
I'm
how not
completely
that's
out
my
of
kid?
ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might
He'll
improve
be
the
he'll be
experience
my
for me.
kid once
I'm not
his
even going
skin
to try.
burns a little bit.
I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game, just to ease the pain? Let's see. What do we have here?
Gonna play Cooking Mama, bro? Monopoly?
Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
This nigga about to put me in Bro,
Aha!
what is
Fascinating.
this?
What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation? Well, it
At
seems
least
obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower.
I'm pretty
For
sure
some
this is a
sort of twisted,
watchtower.
erotic purpose. Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's
Yay.
even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
You gonna open the door for me? Thanks, bro. Can I grab my coat? No? Okay. Hold on. Can I go downstairs? Oh, we gotta go downstairs. You know, voice, me and you aren't so different. I don't know if you're black, if you're white, you know, but it doesn't matter to me. We'll always be best friends.
Oh, no. No, it can't be.
What? Hold on, you go
It
crazy
is.
though.
It's an open world
Hey!
game. Good God, quickly, block it off.
No.
Thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call.
What?
I really wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game.
No, this one look
Preferably
cool.
something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls.
This nigga about to put me in. No, you're not about to put me in jail. This nigga about to put me in a jail simulator, bro.
This will be just the thing.
No.
Wonderful. See, this
Bro,
is exactly what I had in
is
mind.
this Rocket
Just a nice
League?
big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that
Nigga,
you could
this
get
is
lost here.
Rocket
Now, this
League.
is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
Nigga, get me the fuck
so
out
what
of here.
exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun.
Give me the fucking
we
ball,
shall run
bro.
the bases and do a touchdown together? Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Where that? Bro, you really put me in Rocket League. This nigga gave me a speed boost. Let's go. I choose. Wait. Which? I choose red. Ugh.
Are you doing it? Hold on.
Oh crap.
What are you doing?
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
So I don't know what the fuck I just did, bro. I was really about to stand there and play Rocket League, and I ain't gonna lie. Bro, you wanna know what's crazy? What if you would like to put us in Minecraft? He could. So you're telling me this man had an opportunity to put us inside of literally any game? Where do I go from here? The fuck? Bro, where the fuck am I? So like, is it just gonna be? Is this just gonna be a continuation of me just going down? Oh, I can't do nothing in here. He's gone. Well, we know what happens when we go down the blue door now. Well, we're gonna begin the game again then. Now we're back here.
Already this was uncomfortable, and Stanley decided that as soon as he found a new space he felt safe in, that he would never leave it again in his life.
Okay.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Watch here, bro. Watch, see if there's another ending.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Yeah.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track. There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
We're going down. Oh yeah, now I realize what I gotta do. We gotta go and we gotta go down the red door now. Or I want to see what this does first. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Okay. We don't need all that, bro. And we're still in here. Oh, hey, bro, let me out. What are you doing? You gonna have to start it, but you're gonna have to go back. Whoa!
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Whiteboard it. Get the fuck out of here.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office.
Nah,
but
cause
it
that pissed
didn't
me
make a
off, bro.
single
It says
difference,
whiteboard
nor
ending.
did it advance the story in any way.
Do you want this to be our ending? Hey, everybody, this is our ending right here. Get the fuck out of here, bro. But why the fuck is the layout so different now? What?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
No. Yeah.
Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
We'll do that one in a minute.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Wait, can I jump? Alright, let's go.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really.
I wonder if I can jump down and land on one of the trucks.
Trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
Yeah,
Someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you forgot.
I'm a wife.
Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful.
Yeah,
Look,
sure.
let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Okay.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
Why is there a door over there too? Bro, it's just all black in these doors though.
What do we want? What are we looking for?
Nigga.
Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy.
That's good for you, bro.
I actually feel happy.
It does look good, bro. But we're leaving.
No, wait. Where are you going?
What?
Right. Where were we?
What about this makes you feel happy? We're just standing here looking at fucking stars and some shit that makes me feel like I'm on acid while I did drugs in the back of a Walmart, bro. Yeah, we're leaving.
Oh no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
Okay.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
Uh-huh.
Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
You want to think about, know what? Yeah. Hey, y'all seen that, I know y'all watched Teen Titans before. Y'all seen that little thing where Robin, drop kicked both of the knees? Forward legs all the way to his fucking back. All the way to the back.
Oh, thank God you lived. No, what are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
Because, bro. That's just the way of life.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me?
Am
My
I going?
God, is this really how much you dislike my game?
Am I going
You'll
slower?
throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
This nigga made me sad, bro. Ah!
Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore.
Ow.
I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours.
Why do you let me torture myself? Let me go. All I see is red.
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it?
Yes,
I'm
it is,
going
buddy.
back.
Yes, it will, buddy. Don't worry.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
You
Stanley decided to
bitch.
go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
No, we didn't. Whoa, new content.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new
Don't-
content?
Don't know.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable ultra-deluxe.
Okay.
As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers.
Yeah.
After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable ultra-deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
Oh.
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful.
Yeah.
I'm very excited to see the thrilling new ultra-deluxe content.
Even the narrator
Okay, so far
deluxe.
it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
Yeah. Wait.
Is it broken?
We're not
What's
moving.
going on here? Should we be moving somewhere? Or, oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
Let's go. See the narrator, my boy, for real. Let's go, narrator.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as
Yeah.
if the... Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
I got you, bro. Shit says jump in
right.
a circle.
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
Jump. What you waiting for? Jump. God damn, yeah, the thug shaker. What the fuck, bro? Why y'all need me to jump so many times, bro? Ah, you took away my jumps, bro.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness. Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's
Yeah.
just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could counter 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable ultra-deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh wait, there's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
But thank you for playing
That's
the
it?
new
Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's trophies, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test trophy, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley.
Bro said
I
he's
built
gonna
up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game? And
Nah,
we'll
I'm
try to get
good.
back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
Hey, this doesn't look like the office I was in all the time.
Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
Okay. Hey, buddy, what's down here? What's up, bro?
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new ultra-deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about
Yeah.
the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
What you got for me, bro? Oh my God.
I call it the memory
Got
zone.
it.
It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
This made me think about God of War, not the memory zone, bro.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the memory zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap PlayStation port?
Crazy.
Remember back in October of 2013 when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Crazy, bro. Fuck. Begin the demo is crazy. The Stanley Parable demonstration. Okay. I don't think they put it on newspapers, bro. All this lovey-dovey ass bench, bro.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim. It was Persona 3. It was all of them. And now, it's nothing.
Yeah.
It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Aww. I feel you, bro. Person of the year.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game.
Yeah.
9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect.
Yes,
It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. All they had to do was transport it in pristine condition along to the PlayStation, boom, done. And they couldn't even do that. Couldn't resist the urge to go meddling with a beloved franchise.
This nigga really hates fucking them going over the PlayStation, bro. Why you saying that?
These were simpler times, Stanley.
The fuck?
What I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here?
Bro, what the?
Oh no, God no, Stanley. It's a collection of reviews from Pressurized Gas, the extremely popular online storefront for computer games. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Oh. Not recommended, bro.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion.
Oh my God.
Obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining.
Hold on, calm down.
Funny?
Calm
I'm
down.
trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
You see how he had cut off on the other thing where we're inside Rocket League and all that? You see how he cut open world out, but right now we're doing open world? So what was the point of kind of open world then?
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I?
No.
You can tell me if I'm preachy, honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. I always, well, to be honest, I have always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't. Oh dear, what an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
You didn't let nobody down, bro. You'll always be one of the big ones.
What's this one got to say?
I get that's supposed to be a parable.
So the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt.
This is gonna skip us into the
strike these negative
nuclear war.
Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
Hey, skip button? Okay.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people, and if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue.
And it goes something like this.
Yeah.
The story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once, so, now you see, blah 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet, no, until 245. But the logic of elimination works backwards.
What?
The deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years, until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime. It can't be. It's the only thing there is. How many billions left until so much more than forever ago? Which is why I say, the story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once, so, now you see, blah 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet, no, until 200.
So you're telling me he's just gonna keep doing this until
therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It
we
went
press
on
the
for
skip
nearly
button.
10,000 years, until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime. It can't be. It's the only thing there is. How many billions left until...
Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Not that, of course, you need a description of it, but if I had to describe it, I'd say it was perhaps less of a rumination and more of a treatise. Or maybe a manifesto. Look, I'll outline it for you very briefly, and you can tell me what you think. Okay, so my theory is that any choice you've ever made is simply a series of choices made by the person who you are, or were, or will be at the time of having made said choice. That is to say, if by articulating a choice you've already made, you bring that choice into being, then by making no choice and saying nothing, are you not simply erecting in the sanctuary of time a monument to every person you've ever been, making every choice to which you've ever given your Greek gift of mortal and yet timeless thought? Or rather, do all of the choices you've ever made, in fact, make you more not this kind of person, and in fact do the very opposite? You see, it could in fact be both of these things at once, that you are both making choices and not making choices, and that they are both affecting you and not affecting you at the same time by virtue of the fact that you both are and are not making them. Okay, at first, I was leaning towards manifesto, but now I'm going to circle around and slap the treatise label on this one. I think it has much more of a treatise vibe to it. But wouldn't you say that manifesto just has a much grander sort of tone? It has a mouthfeel that is rich with ambition and history. Ambitious history, if you will. See, now you've gotten me going back to manifesto. Heavens, at this rate, we're going to be here all day. Okay, look, I have a method for exactly this sort of situation, and I do find myself in this situation frequently. I'm going to say each word back and forth.
Okay.
Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their pressurized gas review, or at least change some of the wording, perhaps.
Y'all know if Cookie 9 never changed his review
in the first place. I guess I should become better educated on how exactly pressurized gas works. Perhaps that would have been a smart thing to check on before I went on about this whole exercise of making the skip button. Although I have to imagine that after seeing this exciting new technology at work, surely whoever it is who runs pressurized gas will instantly run out and implement a new feature to make it possible to edit one's review merely because of this very situation. Yes, I think that's quite likely. Or perhaps they'll simply grant this... Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? It's not unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we not press the button again. I think the skip button has been aptly demonstrated, and we can say goodbye to it and just... Wait, how do we get out of here? Where did the door go?
Where did
Wasn't
the
there
door
a
go?
door that led into this room? I do feel quite certain that there was one here before. How else would we have gotten into the room in the first place? I don't think one can enter a room without a door of some sort, or a window or something like that. Do you see a window anywhere? A porthole?
No.
Sufficiently large crack in the wall? I'll take any of these. All I want is for us to move on and to please step away from the skip button, to go anywhere other than the skip button. There was a door here before, wasn't there? I swear there was. Where did it go? Can you maybe just ram your way through a wall? Is there any possibility that you could, say,
I can't,
slam
bro.
your body into the wall until enough damage is done for you to be able to leave? Please,
Won't let me do
I'll
it.
take any option at all. I'm asking you to work with me here. We need a door. We need a door of some kind. I can work with any kind of door as long as it can open and lead from one room to another. I'm going to step away for just a moment, and I'm going to try to find us a door. I don't know how exactly to remove a door and place it in a different wall, but I will find a way, I promise.
Okay.
You just need to not do anything. Don't press the skip button. Please, please, please do not press the skip button. Just wait here for me, and don't press the skip button. Got it? Yes, good. I'll be right back.
So, bro said he'd be right back, but we're pressing the skip button.
Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours.
Have you not found a
You've just
door?
been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone. I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times, and there's no door, Stanley. There's no door. There's just you and the button, and if you keep pressing it, I have no idea what will happen. I have no idea how long I'll be made to sit here, and more than anything else, I don't know how to stop you from pressing the button again. I can't control anything in this room, Stanley. I can't touch it, and I have to believe, I have to know that sooner or later, no matter how much I plead with you, you're going to press the button again. Why would you? I've been thinking and thinking, and I don't know what I can do to convince you otherwise. Oh, my God. And it's all because of those reviews. Those reviews that I couldn't get out of my head. I just couldn't ignore the negative feedback. Why was it so important for me to fix the problem? Why did Cookie Nine's opinion matter so much to me? I've never even met Cookie Nine. I have no idea who they are. What would it ever really matter? But here I am. I'm fixating on every tiny negative thing that anyone ever says about me. The merest mention of one of my imperfections, and I become as impetulant as a child. Wild and impulsive. I can't help myself.
You're rambling.
Oh, Stanley, you're back.
Oh.
You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time, just sitting here, not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right? Me talking, and you saying nothing. Would you think that it's exactly the same as always?
Yeah.
Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing? Me just talking? But it isn't, Stanley. It isn't the same at all. It isn't even close. Because I know you can't hear me once you push that button. That's what I'm realizing now, Stanley. I'm realizing that I needed to know that someone was listening. I needed there to be a vessel through which my words were moving. It was the vessel I needed, Stanley. Not the outcomes, not the story. None of that matters anymore. I'll give it all up. I'll give up every branching path. I'll burn my story to the ground.
You will?
One single thing I need, and God, I can see now that I need it more than anything, is to know that someone else is taking it in. These words... Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time. I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing at all but regret for the
Bro,
longest time, Stanley. Days,
the entire year you
months.
could have been
I
picking at
lost
this
it all
wall.
in a blur of
Yeah. How long has it been? The fan's not. That beeping's getting on my nerves.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability. It's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words that they are speaking into the world. As though there were no consequences for a lack of cohesion in one's assessment of others. But of course, absolutely anyone can leave a review. So here's what we get. We get these demands that seek everything and are accountable to nothing. We get a world where someone will say, oh, there should be a skip button. You should be able to freeze Stanley in place while the narrator sits there forever and ever. We want all of this in the new Stanley Parable. We demand it. And then, because it was said, because it was spoken, now...
Okay, buddy. Where are you at right now, bro? Alright.
The end is never the end, 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 is never the end.
Okay. So does he just stop talking to me altogether? Crazy. Whoa. Way. At least it's light outside now. Come back. Yep. Back to the future. Bro, but it's still not giving me a way out of here though. Assuming bro's gone. Rest in peace, narrator, for real. Oh, fuck that. Hey, hurry up. No. Whoa. I outlived everything. Hold on, is the button still working though? It's not working no more. But we're free. We're free, everybody. Ah. Well, is he gonna spawn us back there? Oh, we're back here.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
New
Oh,
content.
good. You noticed my sign.
Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Let's go. We got new content, everybody. Let's go.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra-deluxe version has turned out to be. The
Yeah.
original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra-deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever,
What?
the Stanley Parable 2.
Hey! This is
Yes,
the
you
end is
see,
never
isn't this
the
far
end
superior
again.
to a measly port with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
Yeah. Where do I go though?
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it
They're
even
back.
mean?
Two
But
doors.
the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic
Better
statement right there. It's future-oriented.
synergy.
It screams progress and innovation and long-term
Found
franchising potential.
a part of my name in here, you know, synergy. The it stands for synergy. I just wasn't about to put synergy down there.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
He kind of spitting. Hey!
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
The button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. Hear your name in the game. Let's see.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people.
Yeah.
So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Yes, it is. Let's see.
Jim.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of
That's
course, in the
crazy.
final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim.
Got it.
I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim.
Okay.
Sleeping and waking as Jim.
Uh-huh.
Falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim. Seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim, and as Jim watching your dreams crumble into dust. Do you feel it deeply? Are you really, truly Jim right now? If so, then please step forward and press the button.
So everybody, my name's Jim. Jim Butterball, you know? So
Jim.
oh yeah,
Yes,
I
you
love that.
see? What a thrill, what a rush. That was you. The button described you. Do it again, do it again.
Jim.
Ooh, it hits even harder the second time. If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money.
Crazy.
Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation.
So Jim Butterball, got it. You know what? That's gonna be my new persona in every other game.
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2. That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
That would be ass. Free trophy. Pull the lever, receive your new trophy, no more steps.
Now here's something special. You remember that broken test trophy that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the trophy. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the trophy will be given to you. Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the trophy is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
No fucking trophy. So I was not given my trophy, which is some bullshit.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
Oh, the jump circle.
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle?
Ah.
Oh, well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece, then.
Dang it. What's up here?
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them.
Crazy.
I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
I'll take it. That's fucking stupid, bro.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
What's this? What's this way?
Oh goodness, Stanley, this is fairly awkward. I hate to do this, but before you leave, you really should go to the bucket exhibit. You see, there's a surprise I was going to spring on you later, and it involves the bucket. And I really do hate to break the illusion, but it's important that you go see the bucket, okay? All right, I'll get out of your hair now.
Where's the bucket? We got merch. Oh, the bucket's over there.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with? You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Happy 12th birthday, step-niece, it is.
That is stupid.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
The decision that you did was pretty ass. What's up here? Settings world champion. If somebody is a world champion for a settings, it's stupid. I'll go in there in a minute. Right now, he said he want me to get the bucket. Let's go get that bucket. Bucket, here I come.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I am happy to say that after much consideration,
I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
Okay.
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
So everybody, I got
Does
a bucket
anyone give out
now.
awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
No, they don't. There's an infinite hole over there. I was over here. No, it's over here. Yeah. Yup. Epilogue. So I'm going to the hole.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is in fact a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
Okay.
You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
I like this infinite hole.
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top.
Why?
You do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things. Okay, Stanley, I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole.
Okay.
Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely?
How you know I don't want to feel like I'm
the hole was
flying?
as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem. Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why can't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the whole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready. Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
Okay. I think we got everything done in here, huh? I got my bucket. Wait a minute. Those doors are open up there. Well, I guess now that we got everything up there, it's time for us to exit. Now, where do I go to exit again? Did he change what it said? No, it's still the infinite hole. Bro, who is this guy I keep seeing?
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
Hey, how do I get down there?
Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement.
Go ahead.
Okay, yes. Yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2. Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything.
I think it's cool, bro.
I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But
is that me?
A really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Okay. What the heck, bro? Why is it so sinister? Let's go, bro.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Uh-huh.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
The balloons are here,
Employee
bro.
number 427.
Okay, we already know employee 427. Bro, this is stupid,
All
dog.
his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Happy 12th birthday,
Stanley picked up the bucket.
The bucket is my friend.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Okay.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
You know what? Before I end the video, I'm about to
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
me and the bucket are gonna get
Crushed by
free.
the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket.
The bucket's always
Even
with me,
now,
dog.
in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him always. The bucket would, and he knew it. The two of them were inseparable. At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk. Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the PIN number for the keypad was 2845.
Got it.
But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Me and the bucket are boys. No! I gotta go back up. I saw that collectible.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him,
Bro.
reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right.
Yeah,
The
meat
bucket
right
is here
in
for
the
you,
bucket.
Stanley. Everything will be fine.
Meat right in the bucket.
Wait, Stanley said to the bucket. Can we go back up? When I was pressing those keypad buttons, there was something very intriguing about the number 3. I want to go back so I can try pressing the number 3 again. The bucket said nothing.
Of course the bucket said nothing. And the number 3 was... What's he talking about?
Here we are, said Stanley. Now I'm going to try out that number 3 button. He took the bucket over to the keypad and began absolutely slamming on the number 3 over and over and over.
So I just keep pressing it then?
Wow, he said. The number 3 is such a special button. I'm having the time of my life. Stanley looked expectantly at the bucket, but the bucket remained silent. This was a shock to Stanley, who had always felt such a connection with the bucket. How was this not as exciting to the bucket as it was to him? Once Stanley had had enough of the number 3, he got back in the elevator. Perhaps the bucket had missed something. Perhaps it had not seen how much joy Stanley got from slamming the number 3 repeatedly.
Okay.
A hint of regret nagged in the back of Stanley's mind. Should he demonstrate? Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Come on, bucket. Bam.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
So the bucket has a consciousness.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped.
472,
monitored like
where's
guinea pigs.
mine?
The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
472. Crap. Okay. 600 number 601. He gone. He is gone.
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well?
This nigga
Had the
Stanley
bucket
is
been told to do
stupid.
things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind. No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control. Never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket. But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again...
Yep, turn it off.
Stanley and the bucket waited in blackness. Was it over? Yes, they had done it. Stanley and the bucket had defeated their greatest and darkest enemy, freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine. Freedom was now mere moments away. Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive door. The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate. Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth. Both of them wanted to begin watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end. True, it was a simple life they envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together, with one another to lean on, to trust, to support, and... What? Wait. What was happening? Why had the door stopped? Was Stanley and the bucket not about to be freed? An unbearable silence filled the room, lingering in uncertainty, until finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave. Even the facility itself recognized the incredible calming presence of the bucket, needed the soothing warmth of the bucket, would go to any lengths not to part with the bucket. No, no, no. Stanley can't leave this place. Not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms. Not while this building has anything to say about it. Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room. But at least he has the bucket. To be trapped eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As long as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I? Stanley gulped. Very soon now, he was about to find out.
Good morning. Thank you for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation. We are confirming your shipment of 1,327 cardboard boxes to your place of work. Can you verify that this is correct? Excellent. Your order will arrive shortly. Thank you again for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation.
What?
Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him.
I got that. Okay, so I'm gonna have to start doing stuff with that bucket, because it seems like the building wants the bucket. That's still crazy how it wouldn't let us leave because the building wanted the bucket too. But this is gonna be a long ass video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. The Stanley Parable 2, instead of calling it the Ultimate Edition, you know. Even with the bucket, it was better. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Consider liking, subscribing, you know, commenting down below how you felt about the video. It will be very much appreciated. And yeah. yeah, everybody. Peace out.